I'm only about, I'd say about a mile out of Benidorm, but the scenery is somewhat different, isn't it? Nice, loving this walk, but I've now been distracted by the fact that this path has come off for another 4 kilometres on top of the walk, because I don't want to miss out on this lovely, lovely scenery and this amazing view over Altea and Altea in the background. Just wonderful. And it's all free, no charging. Now, I haven't eaten today. Well, I've just had a yogurt and some fruit, and I've exhaled all this energy. I'm actually hungry now, and what I've decided to do is eat an Indian. Yes, an Indian here in Spain. Sorry if I'm going against the grain and I'm not doing all Spanish food, but Spanish food is lovely. But I really fancy an Indian, and it's for brunch. Yeah, I'm going to check it out. And by the way, if you think, what a wally with an umbrella, I think I've said it before, haven't I? It says a sunshade. So let's see what this is going to look like or taste like for €14.95. So a small beer or a small wine or a soft drink, poppadoms, rice or naan, a curry and starter. So let's enjoy it. So the poppadoms and the dips were really nice, and now I've got the starter, which is, I've chosen the tempura vegetables, so I'll get a bit of vegetable in my meal, and yeah, it's looking good. Take a look. Well, I've ended up going for a spicy chicken madras, which I haven't had a madras for donkey's years. So I thought I'd just keep it simple, have a madras. And on the set menu, there wasn't that much choice. But she did say, do you want it hot or medium? I said, pretty hot, please. But not so it blows my mind away. Whoops. Anyway, let's have a taste of this. I'm going to use my spoon and do it Thai style. Not bad, not bad, not hot yet. Nice flavours. What about a bit of the chicken? Altea Beach, that's very nice. Lovely colour sea. And then where I'm walking to, Altea, a couple of miles up that way, it's underneath that big black cloud. Just walking through a caravan stroke mobile home campsite here on the edge of Altea. Actually, it's pretty central to Altea, not really on the edge. And it's quite nice, isn't it? Well, I think so. If you've got a caravan or a mobile home, this is where they all seem to come. Certainly seem long-term rather than short-term weekenders. Every plot seems to be really established, as though they stay here for months. Oh. There's Dutch number plates, Spanish, Belgium. Very peaceful. Yeah, I could do this kind of living. Well, here it is. Is this Altea or is it Albia? It's probably Altea Marina. Still hasn't rained. It's a little bit more picturesque, isn't it? Guess it's older looking buildings. Plus the road comes to a stop. Right, now from here, it's a shame because this bit really is nice. Right, so take that back from earlier on, because I hadn't gone far enough to realise that the road stops and pavement terrace restaurants go out onto the pavement and overlook the sea without a road being in the way. Much nicer. Right, okay, so Altea even, has got more than just the old town. It's got this nice bit here, down here as well. Some nice restaurants along here. One thing though to bear in mind, you're never going to get the sunset over the sea. And in fact, in the evening, none of these will have the sun. In fact, late afternoon or mid-afternoon as it is now, as you can see, they're in the shade. And the sun only goes behind the buildings even more. But that side is really nice. And that's the end of a fabulous walk, all the way from Benidorm. I think I deserve this. Right, I'm going to get the train back to Benidorm reluctantly because I've really enjoyed. Look, the cloud has gone now from over there. That's been under a cloud all afternoon. But yeah, back to Benidorm and some tapas and a relatively early night, I think. Adios, Altea. Gorgeous place. Dead simple. There's a human behind the kiosk here at the tram station. It's about 3 stops, about 15 minutes to Benidorm from here, Altea. And look at this, €1.45 one way. So at most return, if you're not going to walk it one way like I did, you're looking at under €3 return. I mean, that's wonderful, isn't it? So I've just got a few minutes to wait, and then it's about a 20-minute walk from the station at Benidorm back to the old school, the old town even. The old school. Back in Benidorm, and there's one thing I really fancy, and I haven't had at all this holiday yet. And it's partly because I'm by myself. And yeah, does Spain actually suffer from singleism? I'm finding it so hard to get a paella for one person. Please, can you? No, I don't want them to break the tradition, because it must be a traditional thing that it's for two people. But when you travel alone like me, sometimes, Barb's not with me, I still want a paella. But it's so hard to get. Oh well. This could be the last bit of filming for the trip, as I've not got any proper plans to do anything major tomorrow or the next day, which will be my last day. But just a little bit of typical how busy it is this time of the evening. What is it? It's about 7:30, I think. And just to show you where I'm staying, it's the first right here. Yes, opposite a sex shop. Here we go. So Pinocchio there, and here I am up here opposite the sex shop, which I haven't been in, by the way. Not on this trip anyway. There's my door. Well, that is the end. That really is the end. Apart from the flight home tomorrow, I've got to get up at 6 o'clock, get to the car, which is about a mile away, drive to Valencia, and then drop the car off, get a transfer bus into the airport, and then fly home to Heathrow. But I've had an absolutely fabulous time here. I think I've said that before already, haven't I? And I'm going to bed shortly. But yeah, for all the slight negatives about Benidorm, you know, I think the worst point for me in the last week, the only real negatives for me were walking around the strip area at night, and you get these guys coming up to you casually saying, "Do you want drugs? You know, cocaine and all that rubbish." But I don't do all that, and it's just annoying. It just makes you feel like, I don't know. It shouldn't be here in Benidorm, but it is, and it is in many big resorts anywhere in the world. That aside, I didn't even see any P-men, by the way. Notorious P-men, didn't see any of those. So yeah, had an absolutely fabulous time. And there you go. Till next May. May is a really good time to come here, I think. The weather is lovely, not too hot. Even though it's cloudy this afternoon, it's quite a nice temperature, quite cool actually. You can almost do with a jumper on, but that's kind of nice. You don't get sweaty. But the atmosphere, just the atmosphere, is just amazing. Every night is a Saturday night in Benidorm. Anyway, till next time, bye for now.